Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the $5 Thrift Challenge. I took a $5 bill to a thrift store. I bought one item. I sold that item for profit. I used that profit to buy multiple items, sold those items, made more profit, and we have done that over and over again for the past 3 months to get to the point where we are at now. We're on our way to our goal of $10,000 from an initial investment of just $5. We're showing you how to do this along the way. I'm showing you guys what I'm picking up to resell. I'm selling things online. I'm selling them on eBay. I'm selling them on Poshmark, Depop, sometimes Mercari. I'm working my tail off to try to show you guys that you can create a business out of barely any initial investment. And that has culminated in where we are at today, where I have over 150 items that we have procured from that initial $5 investment. Plus, when we start today's episode, we have $2,664.49 that we had from last week's episode at the end. But you guys know the drill, or maybe you're new here, welcome. This is a fun series. You can start just right here as well. So here we go. I'm gonna show you guys what is sold from this challenge, and we're gonna hit a good milestone today, so I'm excited. Let's jump into it. Now, the first thing that sold was the vintage green leather trench coat, kind of like long jacket. I picked this up at the Bargain Box, Hicksville, Ohio. I think it was like probably $2 or something crazy. It sold for $30, make $24 heading into the challenge bank. Then I sold the NFL Tom Brady jersey. I still have the other two jerseys, but this one, I found a flaw in it, so I listed it a little bit lower, but it sold for $25 on Depop. We get $23.46 heading into the challenge bank. Then I sold the Steve Madden coat that I picked up in the bins, I think maybe on my first bins trip here in Detroit. And from $29, make $26.39 heading into the challenge bank. Then we have the pair of APL, the Tech Loom Tracer shoes. I do like to sell APL, and these were in amazing condition. I sometimes will leave behind APL shoes if they're not in great condition because I do feel like they have kind of dropped off a little bit, but these ones were in amazing condition. I think we paid $9 for these or something when we went to the other side of the bins on half off day. These sold for $65. From $65, we make $52 heading into the challenge bank. Then we sold the Sorel Explorer boots. I picked these up, I believe, in the bins here in Detroit, and they sold for $40. So from $40, we make $32 heading into our bank. Then from last week, I picked up those amazing vintage designer YSL blazers. If you guys didn't see last week's episode, definitely need to go and watch that one. An insane haul. I found so many amazing things for like $2 a piece in the Salvation Army bins. It was quite literally one of my best hauls of all time. It was amazing. But I did sell the YSL brown velvet blazer. I received an offer on this piece. I listed it at $200. I received an offer of $130, and I decided to just take it because it was part of this challenge. I wanted to keep the ball moving, and I still have the navy blue blazer as well to sell. So I accepted $130. We make $104 from the blazer heading into the bank. Then from last week's video too, I sold those UGG low mel sneakers really quickly. I got an offer at the same time on both Depop and Poshmark, two different buyers, and I accepted the Depop one before I saw the Poshmark one, so we sold it for $43. And from $43, make $40.74 on Depop. So I was excited to sell those so quickly. Those were definitely something I would pick up in the future. And last week I showed you guys how I use Vendoo to delist and relist my like older stale items. And so I did that, and then I right away sold this pair of Saks Fifth Avenue ballet flats that I picked up earlier on in the challenge. They sold for $30 to make $28.30. They were a Depop sale, which is amazing. And they're taking us so close to $3,000. We're gonna have to hit it with this next sale, which was the Madewell, the turtleneck sleeveless sweater that I picked up in the bins last week. I thought that it might sit for a while because it was Madewell, but it was a great fabric content. Took a chance on it, and it sold within the first day of me listing it for $32. From $32, we make $25.60. And that's the sale that takes us over the edge to over $3,000 in the challenge bank. Holy cow, $3,000. You could buy a car with $3,000. That's insane. I'm so pleased. You guys have been such stalwart fans of this series and have been so helpful in getting us to this point. Thank you guys so much. Then we sold the Sundance Velvet Dream Tunic, which I picked up in the bins, I believe. And this sold for $39.99 on eBay. So we make $35.93 going into the bank. Then we sold the Hoka Rincon 3 running sneakers for $36. From $36, we make $31.50 heading to the bank. Then the Athletic Girl cardigan that I picked this up in the bins quite a few weeks ago, I would say. And this sold for $25 on eBay. So we make $23.53 heading into the bank. Okay, the next 3 sales are all things I picked up last week. And I was really behind on getting all that listed. I mean, there was a ton to list. There's a lot of work that went into last week's video, so long. And so I listed 3 of these pairs of shoes yesterday, and all 3 of them sold yesterday. Like, they all sold quickly. So I feel like I'm doing a great job of picking pieces that people want to buy. That makes me feel really good. So that's great. The first thing was the Ultra Solstice sneakers. These sold on eBay for my full asking price of $49.99, $44.34 into the bank. Even with just that sale and the YSL one blazer, that's paid for my entire haul last week. So we're looking at straight profit from here on out. The Sorel Addington boots, I sold these. I listed these kind of just like at a $50 range. I felt like they would sell for that pretty easily. And so they sold really quickly the same day for $40, giving us $32 of profit heading into the bank. And then the very last thing that sold before we go shopping today is the pair of Snowball, those high top sneakers that were really cute with like the florals and the butterflies on them. These also sold for $40. From $40, we make $32. Heading into the challenge bank, giving us where we are at today, heading to the thrift store. We started this episode with $2,600. We're ending it with $3,200. That's an amazing, that's $600 of sales just in the last week since I've talked to you, and it's been a crazy, crazy time. It's amazing. So our total before we go shopping today is $3,220.28. Now, this is the goal. We're going to the bins today, okay? I feel the high after getting those YSL blazers, after finding Valentino, and what else did I find? Armani. It was an insane thrifting trip, you know? I feel like I really can do a great job of finding some really low cost items today in the bins. That's what we're gonna hope for. Find some good profit items that will sell for $50 or above. I'm hoping not to be there for hours, hopefully just like 4. 4 hours is my cutoff today, and I'm really hoping that I can kind of limit what I find because I'm a little bit still bogged down. I got so many things last week. I want to find a little bit fewer items hopefully this week. Although if I find a lot of good stuff, you know I'm gonna have to pick it up. That's just how it goes. We're gonna try our very best to find amazing pieces, redeem them from the landfill, and also give them a second life. It's gonna be fun. We got over $3,000. I feel like we're on top of the world right now. And so let's go to the bins. Let's go to the bins. Are you guys ready? Let's head out together. Y'all, this is the very first clip I took when I went into the bins. You see that black garbage bag in front of me? You guys are not ready for what I find in that freaking garbage bag. You have no idea. You're not prepared. I'm not prepared. I just came over here, picked a random trash bag, and y'all, it was insane. You will be shocked. I promise you. But then after that shocking find, you'll see those in a second. But then I started digging through the rest of the piles of clothing to see what else I could find, of course. So it's not in perfect condition. There's a little bit of discoloration to it, but I sold many different diaper bags. Petunia pickle bottom, I've sold quite a few. I think I'm gonna leave it behind because it's hard to see on camera, but it's really got some stains on it. I don't know, maybe I'll hold on to it for now. Should I? Who knows, but it's going in the bag. We'll see if I grab that or not, but I'm looking through the bags because I went to the clothing first, which was a great decision. But now I'll see if there's anything left over in here that I should grab. So I'm in this bin and I just happened to find a Sweaty Betty, pair of leggings. This is, you know, little lemon legging. And then a second lemon legging, as well as this really cute Scotch and Soda sweatshirt. I think these are all, yeah, it looks like this is a women's sweatshirt too. So I'm gonna look through this bin now, see what else I can find in here. Because you never know what's gonna be hiding in the bins. Always takes you by surprise. Obviously, I did not start in this bin, but it's where I am now, and it's happening to be pretty cool. That's cool. Little Tommy Hilfiger skirt. So I did pretty good in this bin. I pulled out some Ralph Lauren, some makeup, and gave me these J. Crew sweaters, which was so sweet. And then I pulled out another Lululemon legging. And then out of this little palette right here, I pulled out this New Tags Third Love bra, which I've sold quite a few Third Love bras, so that's pretty jazzable, pretty jazzin'. There's some stuff on the ground in between. I'll look at least, double check, make sure it's nothing I want. This is from Guess. That's actually quite cool. It feels like it's silk. and definitely vintage. Let's see. It's acetate. Definitely cool though. I think I might leave that behind then. So I'm in the throwback area and I just came across this J. Crew coat, this green coat. I swear I have sold this green coat like 4 times, this exact style. It's like a ladies' day coat. I will grab that. Each time it's sold around 80 bucks usually. So I will give it a little look-see, give it a little go around, a little soft surroundings, top and a medium. I'll look at that too. It's kind of cute. I don't always pick up this brand, but I do think that's nice. So we'll see. So I got excited because I saw that these were thrown back, but they're a pair of bird dogs, which is exciting, but they are busted. There's some holes on the front too. But just so you know what it looks like, in case you find it, that's what it looked like on the inside. Gotta throw that back in. So I was able to find at least 2 different leather jackets. Lots of coats going on today. Super jazzed about that. This one's really cool. Liz Claiborne. It doesn't have a size, but it's like this longer, like trench almost. Pretty nifty. This is pretty cool too. Finding some good things. So I pulled these when we were doing the shoe rotation, and I just thought they looked like high quality, and I looked at the bottom and it said made in France. So I looked these up. These are from the brand Aigle, A-I-G-L-E. I had not really heard of this, but they are actually quite expensive and in good shape. Pair of rain boots, and they retail for well over $100, but I think I'm gonna grab those then for only $3.49. So I was able to grab these men's cowboy boots, and I'd not heard of this, Moonshine Spirit. Not something I normally have seen, but they look really nice, made in Mexico, and the comps are amazing, so that is a great find. I have both. I just couldn't hold them both to show you, but super proud of that find. So I made it to the things I grabbed earlier when I had a new flip, and I had just had a bag that I was going through, one bag, and I saw this. This was inside out when I grabbed it, but I knew it was kind of cool looking. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. It's a champion piece, but it's a collab with Todd Snyder, which is amazing. I've never found that before, but I'm very excited about that. So I found that, and something that was also cool in that bag. I just grabbed this just in case. I didn't know what it was. It's just this like little mesh bag. It probably is what something from this brand came in, but holy smokes, Tom Brown. That would have been amazing to find something that, you know, was from that brand that was not just the bag, but also in that bag was this, which is absolutely stunning. I cannot handle it. I'm wearing it so I don't lose it, because you never know what people are willing to do, but such incredible, exciting times. The first thing that I had grabbed in that bag before I had made sure it was worth looking through is this. So a Fear of God piece. Always exciting to find that. Okay, so I've been here for a few hours, obviously holding this puppy close to me. Now that I'm done, I can probably hopefully put that in my cart and it won't get taken, but really, really productive. In the bins, found a lot of good stuff. Can't wait to show you what I found, but I'll show you guys what we got when we get home. Okay, friends, we're back home, and it was such a good day at the bins. Y'all, I have goosebumps. Can you see my goosebumps? Look at my goosebumps. I literally found so many crazy things. It's not even funny. I cannot wait to show you guys the haul. Last week's haul was pretty crazy. This week's haul, I feel like, is just as crazy. So good, so good. Okay, I spent $68.17 at the bins today. And so when we subtract that from what we had at the beginning of the episode, we're ending today's episode with $3,152.11 in the challenge bank. Not too shabby, still over $3,000, and you guys will not believe the amount of profit I have sitting here is just absolutely insane. Okay, let's talk about the one bag of donations I went through today. I was in the middle, it was a bag flip, okay? They're flipping the accessories and bags tables, but also a few of the clothing bins as well. And I was like, I just feel like I should go to the clothing today. So I went over to the clothing instead of going to the bag section. And then I only opened a single bag. It was the one right directly in front of me. I open it, and the first thing I find is a pair of Fear of God pants, which is insane. And I was like, oh crap, I need to go through this bag. I tried picking up the bag and like it starts falling apart. And I was like, okay, I literally have to like I have to like put my guard out, make sure nobody else gets into this bag as I dig through it. And the second thing I pulled out was this beautiful Coach bag. I am literally in shock. This is like in pristine new condition. Like, I don't think they've even used it. It literally is so gorgeous. It's a green color. It's absolutely stunning. All the gold details on it are amazing. It's a burgundy interior, and you can see here, like, it's brand spanking new. It has like a little styrofoam piece for back behind the Coach logo. It actually has the plastic still on the zipper here. Can you see this? I believe this is called the Willow Bucket Tote, if I'm not mistaken. It has a top handle and the crossbody strap, and this is literally like my dream Coach bag. This, if I were to keep a Coach bag, this is what I would wear. Like, it's the perfect size for me. I am obsessed with it. It is certainly my dream. Like, this is a dream come true for me. I cannot believe this. This is probably like a $400 retail bag. It's pretty insane that I was able to find this. And so this is where I'm struggling. I'm like, I feel like I need to sell it. This could resell probably for at least around $200, which is a great find. I want to keep it so badly. It's not even funny how much I want to keep it. So I need your guys' help. What should I do? Should I keep it or sell it? I feel like because it's part of the $5 thrift challenge, I should sell it. But I really love it. Oh my gosh, for like $1 or $2? I can't. It's so crazy. And then I was looking on the inside. I was like, oh, there's some like little authenticity things inside. No, it just happens to be some Love Moschino cardboard. Absolutely insane. That might be my favorite find of the entire series. I don't know. That is so good. But before I jump into the next piece, I want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Vendoo. Vendoo is a cross-listing software that allows you to easily list your pieces on more than one website. So they are connected to so many different marketplaces. The ones I choose to sell on mostly are Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. And so I list directly into Vendoo, and with just a few clicks of a button, I list not only on eBay, but I can list on Poshmark and Depop. And another feature that they rolled out not too long ago is their AI description writing. So I have been using this to write my descriptions for me. I will write a title for my listing and then use the AI tool, and it'll write a description, and then I'll just add a few tweaks here and there. And I don't even have to write my own descriptions anymore, guys. It's so nice. I appreciate it so much. And that's just included with your regular subscription to Vendoo, which is crazy. So it's not super expensive. If you sell something on a different platform you weren't selling on before, it already pays for itself. There's not a lot of risk here, guys. I feel like I could talk about Vendoo all day. I use them every day in my business. If you guys want to try out Vendoo, then you can use my link down below in the description box, and that will get you 25% off of your first month. Give it a try, see if it'll help your business. But now let's jump into the next piece. Such an insane find. Okay, so in that bag then, so that's the second thing I pulled out of the bag. The first thing I pulled out that I recognized was really good, and that I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a good bag to go through, is this pair of black pants. This is a pair of Fear of God pants. It was kind of hard to see the label at first, but Essentials by Fear of God, super popular brand, known for their streetwear, really expensive. Absolutely insane find. I didn't even look up comps. I just knew I had to grab those. I would assume at least 50 bucks. I would hope more like 75 to 100 for those, but we'll see. I haven't looked up comps. All I did was go to the bins and then freak out and then want to show you guys everything I found. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. A lot of these numbers that I think I'm going to get for items are going to be right off the top of my head and not fully researched out. If you guys want to see what I actually list things for, you can always check out all of my platforms, and that will tell you how much they go up for. This is insane. I cannot believe this. I was like, okay, I'll grab this. I don't even know what it was. I was just grabbing things and throwing them in my bag so I could look them up after a while, because you know I had this like bag I'm sorting through. I grabbed this. I thought it was just like a mesh bag that maybe something had come in. It's not, guys. This is a gym bag, and it's meant to just be sold like this, and it's from Thom freaking Browne. Are we not impressed? If you were to find a Thom Browne like leather purse, they resell for over $1,000. Thom Browne is a really great brand to know. I've talked about it before. I've seen a few other people find random Thom Browne pieces. This is just like the smallest thing in the world. It feels like crazy that this could be worth money. I looked up comps and there's a few listed. I haven't seen any sold, but just like maybe 3 listed on eBay, all for like around $100, which is crazy for this, for that. For this, I should weigh this. This probably weighs like 2 ounces. This probably cost me like 25 cents. That is an insane find. Thom Browne. If you guys don't know it, this is your sign to look at the screen, look at the brand. You guys need to know it. That is crazy. That was a straight donation bag. I have 2 other things that I found in that bag. There was also some like things that just totally missed, like a Reebok, like little same kind of bag, drawstring bag. Now that I think about it though, I should have just looked at every single piece and put them all in my cart to look at later. Your hindsight's always 20/20. It was a lot of stress in the bins, you know. This sweatshirt is so cool. It's this green kind of like turtleneck fold over sweatshirt. And it was inside out when I grabbed it. And I saw that it was Champion. I just thought I'd throw it in because it looked like it was vintage. But this is actually a Champion Todd Snyder collab piece, which is so exciting. Todd Snyder is a great brand to know, super expensive. And the collab from Champion and Todd Snyder actually does really well. I think I need to throw this through the wash. There might be like a little bit of staining on it. I'm going to see if I can get it out. But if I can, I think this should resell for over 50 bucks, which is crazy. And the last thing was from that same bag. And this is something I would normally kind of pass up on, but because it was in the bag with all those things, I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna buy this too. And that would be this just like Adidas tracksuit zip up. It's just kind of, you know, like a more casual style piece. This probably retails for around 80 bucks or so. So maybe I can get $30, $40 out of it. But I mean, for it being $1 or $2, I still think that was probably worth it as well. So those were all things from the same bag, all from the same bag. We had Thom Browne, we had Todd Snyder, Fear of God, and a Coach purse. So that really set the tone for the day. People were not very nice to me today, but the thrifting definitely made it worth it, so that's nice. Then next, all of these pieces came from the same bin. I came to this bin, I think in the same rotation that I found all that stuff, but I was not the first one there because I had been looking through that bag for a long time. And when I got to this bin, I found this one pair of Lululemon leggings, and then it just spiraled from there. I think I have 3 or 4 pairs of Lululemon leggings, a pair of Athleta leggings, and a pair of Sweaty Betty leggings, plus other things all in the same size. It was such a, I bet that, if I would have seen that donation bag, I wish I could have seen what that looked like. But this one had a Lululemon logo on the back, but they also, all of these Lululemon leggings have their pull tags. So that's kind of helpful. These are a size 6, and I would wager these are the Align legging, and they look like they're a full length legging as well. So I could lot them together or sell them individually. I would love to know what you guys would suggest. I am always open to hearing your guys' suggestions. But here's the second pair. Again, size 6, has the interior tag. They look like they're a pair of high-rise Align leggings. They don't have a lot of crotch pilling, which is nice. And then this is the third black Lululemon pair of leggings I pulled out of the bins. Absolutely crazy. Also in a size 6. Insane finds. 3 of those in a row. And we have the Athleta Stash Pocket Salutation Tight in a size small petite. These are like a green legging with pockets. Sorry, the lighting in here is a little bit crazy right now, but I'm trying to get this video done for you guys so it can go out on time. And then the last pair of leggings I grabbed was a Sweaty Betty pair, and the label is really faded. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it very well at all. And the label's really faded, but it's the power legging, and they're in a size extra small short. So super cute though, black, love to see it, love to hear it. Okay, and then I did grab this piece based on style. This is a vintage Guess jeans top, but it's a little baby doll style top. And this is like a cotton material, and then it has all the lace detailing. I do feel like this is super on trend right now. Very 90s Y2K, and you guys know, you guys have been seeing the things that have been selling for me. If I find like a vintage Y2K piece in the bins, I usually pick it up and it sells for good money. I'll probably list that between $35 and $40, maybe $50. And then same bin, this is again, all in the same bin. I also found this Free People kind of blouse, this tunic, and it's a longer length, and then it has this open back as well. This is also in a size medium from Free People. Again, I am shocked that I was the one that grabbed all these things. I would assume I can sell that for at least $25. Then we have the Scotch and Soda sweatshirt I found. This piece has a little bit of wear on it. As I'm holding it up, I literally just spotted what looks to be like maybe some bleaching up here and a little hole where the tag is, which is a little upsetting. I didn't see that until right now, but it's in a size medium, a women's medium, and it is really cute. So I still think I might be able to resell it, but the flaws really are unexpected. So that's a little bit sad. I should have checked it a little bit better in the bins, but y'all, I did the best I could with what I could do in the bins at the time. In the same bin, I did find this little pullover. It is a quarter zip. It does have what appears to be stains on the front, but I do feel like if I put some Blue Dawn dish soap on, some shout, maybe do a little stain treatment, I might be able to get it out. So then it's from the brand Straight Down, which even if I just share this brand with you, I think that's helpful. I had never heard of this, but Straight Down, the comps are really good for this actually. I saw a lot of things selling for around 40 to 50 bucks, which I was like, okay, heck yes. In a men's size large. A lot of them also had like monogramming or logos on them of some sort from like, I don't know, probably like golf clubs. Is that what you call golf courses? From golf course? So I wonder, is this a golf club, a golf course near me in Detroit? Anybody know? I just saw that while I was holding it up for you guys. Maybe it is also branded, who knows? I still think I can get maybe 30 bucks if I can get out the stain on the front. And then in the palette, which all of these things probably came out of, I found this sitting on the top of the whole pile of clothes. And it's this New At Tags Third Love bra, which if this was not New At Tags, I might still grab it, but it's definitely worth it with it being a Third Love New At Tags bra. So literally brand new, size 32G, and it's the 24/7 classic t-shirt bra, and it's a nude. So I really think this was a great find. I can sell this for at least 15 bucks, maybe 20, 25. That's pretty exciting for, you know, being maybe $1. Oh, and then the last piece, I forgot this was in that bin too, was this pair of Hollister jeans, which I don't always pick up Hollister jeans, but these are a really on-trend style, and I think I'm gonna take these straight to buy, sell, trade. I'll put them in my pile of things to take to Plato's Closet, because they're a small size. If these were a bigger size, I would sell them myself, but they're a 000 regular. So a 23 regular, but they're the ultra high-rise baggy jeans, and that is a good style for right now. Anything that's baggy, people are really liking, and so I do think that they probably will be worth it because of that. Then while I was looking through that bin, a sweet lady came up and handed me these 3 pieces. I wonder if she was a subscriber because I had never talked to this lady before, so maybe she knew me. If that was you, thank you so much. That was so kind of you. Some people there are very unkind to me, so getting any sort of kindness from anyone there is so nice. Like, whew. Anyways, so she was so sweet. She handed these to me, and these are gorgeous sweaters. These are beautiful. These are knit, beautiful pieces. This one is a cream J. Crew sweater with the newer J. Crew label, size medium. Again, this is 75% alpaca, 25% polyamide. I feel really good about that as well. I think that's gorgeous. They do have a little bit of pilling on them, but I will get my sweater shaver and I will shave the crap out of these and I will make them look brand spanking new. This one is the exact same sweater, but in gray. Oh my goodness, they're so high quality. That's what I love. You guys know my favorite things to thrift and resell are very high quality, classic pieces. I love Imagine Together. Oh my gosh, the quality is what I really like. So again, J. Crew, newer label from J. Crew, size medium, alpaca sweater in the bins. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I would be shocked if those sold for less than 50 bucks. So that was so sweet of her to give them to me. I don't know why she didn't want them herself, but that was so kind. And then this last piece is from Gentle Herd. I had never heard of this, but it is so cute. It's this nice blue chunky sweater, turtleneck, and this is what the tag looks like. So if you guys don't know this brand, definitely look at the screen now, see what it looks like. But Gentle Herd, really good comps, like around 50 bucks for their sweater, sometimes more. But this is beautiful, and it is a mixture of wool and cashmere. So she was so kind, so kind. 70% wool, 30% cashmere, size medium. It probably came from the same bin where I found everything else. This one does have a little bit of a stain on the front, so I'm gonna see if I can get it out. It's right here, it's a little bit yellowish. I thought it was worth the risk for in the bins. 70% wool, 30% cashmere. Put me down. I will try to get a stain out. My toxic trait is that I think I can get anything out of anything. I feel invincible when it comes to laundry, and I am always mistaken. but sometimes I'm glad I do it. I did leave behind some things that were too big of a project today, but I did pick up a few projects as well because I am who I am. Okay, then we have 2 jackets here. I swear to you, I have thrifted and sold this same coat so many times from J. Crew. It's this gorgeous wool ladies' day coat. It's from J. Crew and it's in a size 2. I have sold the same jacket many times, I think usually for around $75 at least. And it's a wool blend, 46% wool, fall 2018, not too long ago. Beautiful coat, beautiful color. I know I have stock photos. I can just copy and paste my listing, just change a few things in there. I think it'll be easy. And then the very last jacket and very last piece of clothing before I get to the shoes I found was this leather jacket, this black leather jacket. This is from Kenneth Cole Reaction, which in the bins, I will pick up leather jackets almost always. If they're in good condition and don't smell, no matter what the brand is, they will usually sell for $50 or more. It doesn't even have to be a jacket, like leather pants, leather shirt, leather anything, usually will sell for really good money because the vintage leather is so high quality, it's so good. And so I looked at this piece though, and I do think that it should resell for around $75, which I think is amazing. But this is in a size grande, so it just has a G, so size large, men's size large, maybe it's men's size extra large. It looks pretty big. It's a gorgeous leather jacket though. Looks to be in great condition, really stunning, and it doesn't smell. Gotta love, oh no, don't fall. Ah! So gotta love a nice leather jacket in the bins. And then we have 2 pairs of boots here. Oh, these shorts fell off earlier. I was wondering where those went. Okay, so I also grabbed these, that same bit with all the Lululemon leggings. I did find this pair of short Express shorts. I never pick up Express, I really don't. But these are a short pair of like low-waisted, blinged out shorts. They're in a size small, they're from Express. But this McBling, this 90s Y2K style again, it got me. I think that I can sell those, so I'll put them up probably for cheaper, probably like 15, 20 bucks, but still for maybe $1 into 20 bucks, I think that's worth it. Then the first pair of boots is this wonderful pair of cowboy boots. Look how beautiful these are. These are a gorgeous black leather. They're a harness style cowboy boot, and I had never heard of this brand before, but if I have hopefully taught you anything, it's be curious. Be curious if you haven't seen a brand before. If something looks nice, look it up. But on the bottom here, these are from the Moonshine Spirit Company. Never heard of it, but especially cowboy boots are always really expensive, and these felt really nice. They have a little square toe. They're made in Mexico, which is a great sign when it comes to cowboy boots, and they're size 11D. Looked them up. I think that these should resell for over 70 bucks, like 75 to 100. Pretty nice, pretty nifty. Those are really cool boots. And then the last pair of boots I picked up are these little, I guess I should have taken them apart and make sure they look okay on the inside. They do, praise God. But these are a little rubber rain boot, and these are so nice. And I looked at them and I was like, okay, these don't feel like a Target rain boot. You know, when Massimo made like 1 billion of this exact same style, a little bit less quality than this, but looked kind of like this. Not those, it felt nice. And then I looked on the bottom and it said made in France. The YSL blazers I found last week in the bins were made in France. Like France, if it's made in France, it's pretty good quality usually. So I thought, okay, I'll look them up. These are from the brand Aigle, A-I-G-L-E, and comps were really good. If you found a pair of tall boots from this brand, it could resell for over 100 bucks. But for a shorter pair like this, I still think they'll probably go for 40 to 50 bucks. And so for $3.49, my friends, I did indeed grab those. Definitely counted that as worth it. And those are super cute. And they're European size 39, which is probably like a size 8.5-ish is my guess, somewhere around there. But I think those were great grabs for, what did I say, like $68 that I spent on all this stuff. Insane. Literally, just this Coach purse will resell for like $200. What a crazy day. Then we have the Fear of God. We have all of, such an amazing haul. Like, I feel like I could throw up from excitement. Anybody else feel that way sometimes? Maybe it's just me, but I need your guys' advice. What should I do about the purse? I'm so tempted to keep this purse. I really am. It does indeed feel like my ideal purse in a lot of ways, which is crazy. It's so pretty, but I don't know. What would you guys do? Please give me advice down below. But again, we're ending today's video with $3,152.11. So we're well over $3,000 now. We're doing so well. If you guys have been watching for a long time, thank you so much. And if you guys are interested in trying out Vendoo, then make sure to use my link down below in the description box. It will help you get 25% off your first month, and it does help to support my channel. So thank you guys again. If you want to use it, use the link. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in next week's episode. Bye.